Hello, everybody. My name is Josh Ruedenberg, and this is my executive summary. So I work for Parker Hannifin. They are a Fortune 500 company. They took in 19.68 billion in revenue in 2023. They have 5 kind of global groups. As you can see there, I'm a part of the Fluid Connector group, and of that group, there's actually 5 subdivisions, and I am in the quick coupling subdivision. So we call ourselves Parker Quick Coupling Division, or Parker QCD for short. We specialize in quick disconnect couplings, which you can see here in the top right. Basically, all that they do is connect 2 hoses together, especially when those hoses have really high pressures on either side and you don't want to leak when connecting them, and you don't want to have to use giant wrenches to overcome that pressure. We also specialize in special sensors and diagnostic equipment, as you can see down in the corner. Our main industries that we kind of sell to are agriculture, oil and gas, construction, and then an emerging market is thermal management, kind of with the increase in AI and online services and everything. NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, and Meta are needing more thermal management for their big server rooms and data centers, so that market is definitely expanding right now. A little bit of history, as you can see down there, we've kind of grown by acquisition. So throughout the years, we've acquired companies and kind of their products and their designs, and that's kind of how we've grown as a company. So my role here is a product engineer intern. So that means I will be working with the current products that we've been selling for decades, as well as helping with new kind of prototypes and new emerging markets such as the thermal management products. So a lot of what I do is CAD work, testing, assembling, and tooling. So CAD is kind of revising prints, doing things called ECOs and ECRs, which is just the revision process. Fixing assemblies that have broken links. So one big thing is we switched our storage system, how we store all of our CAD files, and while switching to that, a bunch of our CAD files got messed up, so we have to do a lot of cleanup work. And of course, the interns get stuck with that. Another thing is testing, so burst, impulse, leak testing, just basically blowing our parts up, seeing where they leak from, seeing where the O-rings fail. Assembly, we actually do a little bit of assembly in-house, so some of our newer products that we create small batches of, they will have us actually assemble and kind of help with that process, and sometimes make special tooling to assemble those parts because sometimes it's hard to insert certain components. This right here is an example of kind of something we made some special tooling from. So on the assembly line, pinching this kind of clamshell packaging together with your fingers all day, 8 hours a day, actually kind of wears out your thumbs and it really hurts. So we kind of 3D printed some custom tooling to kind of clamp that down together so the person doesn't have to do it with their fingers. And this in the bottom left is just a picture of one of our most basic couplers with the nipple on the right side and the coupler on the left side, and that's what makes up a quick disconnect coupling. So the main project I've been working on so far is this helium leak tester, just kind of automating the process. So as you can see in the bottom right, we've got lots of valves, solenoid control valves, we've got sensors, pressure gauges, plumbing, all of that good stuff. And either you can do this process by hand with just opening and closing valves with levers, or you can automate the process using something called a PLC, which basically just controls like solenoid controlled valves. So I'll be working with pneumatics, hydraulics, electrical, and software, specifically LabVIEW, as you can see in the top right. This is a picture of kind of what LabVIEW looks like. It's a little bit different than your typical programming IDE or programming language. It's not a line by line. It's more graphical. Bottom left, we've got a PLC, a National Instruments PLC that I'll be working with. So the outcomes of this, I hope to gain some CAD experience, some good tips and tricks, and kind of how engineers use CAD and how to make drawings more understandable or readable. I hope to gain a lot of lab experience, especially hands-on experience working with equipment and tooling and our products. I also hope to learn a lot about design and manufacturing process and kind of how to design within your limits of your manufacturing. You can only design as good as your tools can cut. I'll learn a lot about LabVIEW, which I've never used. It's definitely different, and I've been learning a lot with that. The PLCs as well. I've never used something kind of as expensive as the equipment we're using, so it's all kind of new to me. And then, of course, leadership, kind of just taking the initiative to teach myself all this new stuff. And then people skills, of course, working with coworkers and how to communicate with people. All right, thank you. Any questions, let me know.